Hey, bitches. I mean, hey, guys, press the bell, Comic Book University, and Amazing Spider Man issue number 60. Gotta switch it up sometimes, right? Anyway, this issue is called No Exit. And this is a spectacular issue with that ending, man. I'll tell you what, maybe you're waiting for it in WandaVision, but they beat you to the punch here. Let's get talking about who made this comic book. We'll go on from there. Again, this issue is called No Exit. Nick Spencer is the writer, and Mark Bagley on pencils. John Dell and Andrew Hennessy doing the inks with Rachel Rosenberg on colors. VC's Joe Caramagna on letters. Bailey Dell and Nathan Fairbairn doing the cover art. And Anthony Gambino on design with Spider-Man created by Stan Lee. And Steve Ditko, baby. So this is actually a really fun issue. Well, a fun concept with a really sad couple of moments. Telling you what, man, how Spencer's able to just make each book different. You'd figure it's not as easy as just getting a new artist all the time, right? With Bagley back, it's like, yes, because he was designed. Mark Bagley was designed to make Spider Man comic books, obviously, because look at how beautiful this comic book is. No, seriously, find me one problem with the art. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I'd wait, but you could just push pause. I mean, give me a break. Mysterio shows up in this in a really great way because when he does show up, I'm like, it's got to be Mysterio, right? Because it only made sense, with the story. Was who did that? Oh crap! I know her name. Darn it, Leah Thompson. I think Leah Thompson is one who's doing the Amazing Mary Jane story. There was like what 6, 7 issues, something like that. They were only supposed to go to 5, and they're like, hey, people like it. And then we realized that no, they don't actually have a story to continue, so we didn't like it anymore. And they're just like, we're just going to cancel this now. And yeah, that was a good idea. You should have quit while you were ahead. Just saying. But as far as this is concerned, forget about it. Forget about it. There's some real feels here. As an old, basically, Pete has to talk to himself. And he's channeling Kindred in a way. So the stuff that we see on the cover, yeah, it's not real, but it's not a lie. So it works because they are still. I kind of would have preferred to see the shadow of that because they are living in the shadow and whatnot, right? Mary Jane just seemed too fake in all of this. Like, well, in the beginning, the first several pages, she just seems so phony. I'm like, that's not Mary Jane. There's no way that's Mary Jane. It's going to turn out that Peter's in one of those double dreams and she's going to turn into Kindred, and then haha, and everything kept on saying that was going to happen until I got to the end. I realized the main reason why she was acting so differently is because not only is she not necessarily bothered by Kindred anymore, but more than that, she's got a lot. She plans. She's got a lot going for her right now, right? She's able to prioritize and understand and compartmentalize pain and trauma, which is a powerful thing because if that door ever starts to bulge like it's just too much, you can always open it. You now know how to open it and just let some of the garbage out, and then close the door back up again, clean up the room, and you're good for a little while, right? Maybe go in there and actually clean out the room if you have a little bit of time, but you know how to handle these things. And Mary Jane definitely reads as that kind of person. And she reads as it so well, I literally just thought, now this got to be an imposter, right? Even when she turned around, there was a brief second where I'm like, aha, she's betraying him because it's really Mephisto. Like, I swear to God, the whole time. I felt like one of those people who are just watching the freaking WandaVision show and talking about, oh, this is where Mephisto shows up. It's like, dude, stop, please. Please just stop. For the love of God, just stop. All right? Maybe Mephisto really will show up and probably not. It's like, but he did appear, a little bit of a spoiler, he did appear in this issue. Now, I don't think this should have been that big of a surprise. Well, the idea that he appeared here, sure. But, all of this has been going back to One More Day. In fact, I think that the beginning stuff, the opening stuff that is being said in the narration boxes right before Peter wakes up, I'm pretty sure that was also from One More Day as well. There's so much that's just taken out of that issue, and it's amazing that while so much of the rest of the Marvel universe, the writers specifically, They're trying to find different ways to go back and redo the, revisit the Clone Saga. Look, I know people are like, we've gotten Kane, we've gotten Ben Riley out of the Clone Saga, so it's a good thing. It brought Norman Osborn back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I get those things. You're right. There's no way you're wrong on those things. But the story was messy AF. We could have gotten all of those things without that messy story. I'm saying it's not like the only way you can have Ben Riley is with this open faced dumpster fire in a manure factory. No, no, no. There are other ways to get those characters. You know what I'm saying? So no, like keep the manure, or clean out that room as well. Like make it one of the labors of Hercules. Just that's a bit much. Anyway, I love. Let me just double down on that. I really love how this issue just it had so many feels. They're also promising that the next issue is going to have approximately 20 pages of Peter making cookies or something like that with his Aunt May, which is odd. Actually, that's a lie, but it's not entirely a lie because they did actually say that. You'll have to read the back to understand. What's more than that is that we're gonna have some serious action in the next issue. Hey, apparently, oh, for crying out loud, I know his name. No, I just had it. Oh, come on, Gleason, Patrick Gleason. All right, he's gonna be back in the next issue, and there's gonna be a lot of action and violence and mayhem, and also the first cameo appearance of Spider-Man's new suit. So you're gonna have to get the next 3 issues to get everything. The first appearance of the new suit cameo, then the origin of the suit, and then which is going to feature another cameo apparently, but I, I'm not the actual writer of the book, and that's a month away, so I don't know. I imagine that's what it's going to be, and then the full reveal of or the full appearance, for the whole issue of the suit. The suit looks good. I don't know if it's the spider suit that I want for Peter, but we'll see. We'll see. And it might not even necessarily be for Peter, but it's probably for Peter. Anyway, a lot coming up. A whole lot coming up. It's been an amazing series, dude. 60 issues, and plus all those extra issues, the LR and LH, whatever. Really good stuff. Absolutely in love with this, man. I don't know how the hell Nick Spencer does it, but I'm going to say something dead up. I love telling stories. And while I may not be the greatest writer in the world because I just don't have the time to write, so therefore I don't write very often, the fact is, if I were a writer, and even just based on the storytelling idea, while I'm not desirous to I don't want it to be my life to write comic books. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind trying my hand at a Kickstarter or something like that one of these days. But I can honestly say that the idea that Nick Spencer is writing comic books and he writes these kinds of comic books with these amazing stories, it's very intimidating because it's like you're only supposed to get into something if you think I can do this better than everybody else. Yes, I honestly generally believe that with my reviews. You may not agree, that's fine, but for me, the things that I value, absolute honesty, even if that means telling people something they might not necessarily want to hear. But all that being what it may, I believe that, I can do these reviews better than anybody. And maybe one day I will. Who knows? It's not the important part. It's the goal. It's the travel. It's the journey. All right. It's the climb, to quote Miley Cyrus. But when I think about writing comic books, I'm just like, yeah, but Nick Spencer's alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be on that level. I think, anybody else who writes today, yeah, I could probably give that guy a run for his money. Well, that chick, I could probably give her a run for her money. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Come on. Come on. All right, tough guy. But no, with Nick Spencer, I'm just like, no. No, all shucks. No, I can't run better than Nick Spencer. And I genuinely believe that. This guy is just amazing. It's a fantastic book. I don't know what else to tell you. And that reveal at the end was we're waiting for it, but shocking nonetheless. I'm digging on it. Also, good to see, what's his name? Doctor Strange finally noticing something, right? All right, guys, I'm out. Enjoy, like the video, watch an ad. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.